from mine. So right now we find the evidence in the text about the answer. As I told you both, always find the evidence in the question about the answer. Now, recognizable means something easy to note, or easy to understand, or easy to know, or something famous, something common between people. Okay, but we don't have any information to say the nose is famous or common or widespread. That is means A is wrong. We don't have any information to say it's a common or widespread between people, so C is wrong. Sophisticated, it has soft. Soft means knowledgeable. Soft refers to wisdom and knowledge. So do we explain that nose is intelligent, is wise? No. This means here fragile is the best answer for this evidence. That's why. So what kind of word? What is the evidence to describe the word? That's why. Okay, describe nose to find it. Come on, what else for questions?
I have 3 and 5.
3 and 5. Now, come on, Adam, you can get with us. 3. Now let's go to number 3. Number 1, look at the answer. What kind of words, adjectives? What does it describe? Now we are going to read. So KD, Lega, and colleagues found the sun's corona provides an advanced indication. Advanced indication, it tells you a hint before something happened. Of solar flares. What are the flares? He gives you definition after the dash, as you know. As I told you, after the dash, we have explanation. So what are flares? Intense eruptions of electromagnetic radiation that emanate, comes from an active region in the sun's photosphere, and they can interfere with telecommunications on Earth. Okay, now the sentence of the question. Preceding a flare. So before the flare, the corona temporarily, for a short time, exhibits increased brightness above the region where the flare is going to happen. Now let's find the evidence. Anti here means before. So do we explain that the flare happens before the flare? How? Now, if I make it like that, I want to say that the flare is previous, because antecedent means happens before. It does not make sense, because before a flare happen does not make sense. Impending, it means is or be about to happen. This part, it means is going to happen. It means this is part, corona in the sun, it gives you brightness to tell you something is going to explode. So this means something is going to happen. So letter B could be correct. But wait, letter C means, as I told you before, Adam just focused on OC. In OX means something harm. And IN equals not, as you know. So that means something here, not harm. So it means harmless. Yes or no? Yes, but remember in the text mentioned can interfere with telecommunications, and interfere means it interrupts, disrupt, make problems to for the telecommunications on Earth. For how it's harmless, it's harmful. So C is wrong. And perpetual. Perpetual means it keeps for a long time, lasting long time. You see? So last a long time, okay, but the text says the corona temporarily for a short time, not forever or for a long time. So it's opposite to the text, so D is wrong. So how the test maker makes these answers? One opposite to what mentioned in the text. One, it does not make sense like that. The order of action is wrong. And one is written. If impending means something is going to happen. So imagine that the corona gives you a warning that is something is going to explode. So the flare is impending to explode. That's what. So always find the evidence in the text about it. And try to memorize the Latin roots to help you. Any word that has these letters means harm. And the anti, as you know. That's what. Next one, Malak, you said it's number 5. Come on, Adam, if you have any question, you can say. Number 5, look at the answers, you will find the verbs. So find the subject, find the object, as we do. Now, here to do this situation, but I should not read the sentence only. I must read from the beginning, but very quickly. Again, and always Malak and always our pilot, right? Always find, some indication to summarize the text. For example, despite the generalizations about human behavior, they have produced many. So despite means opposite. Many studies of behavioral psychology have used highly unrepresentative subject pools and then calling to tell you what's going on. Students at the colleges and universities where the researchers are employed. He said to do this situation. That means this is part, explain the situation. So to solve this situation, to find information to this situation, it's necessary to actively recruit subjects from diverse backgrounds. So to solve this situation, to find resolutions for this situation, we need to do what? We need to find information. We need to improve. So letter B means to improve something. Why? Because we have studied before that AMEL equals to improve something. Now let's know why letter A is wrong. Why letter A? Because sanction already means to punish or to disagree about something. But how? How to say that to punish the situation? Yeah, come on, Adam. Yes, thank you. Here for this point here, to do this situation, to do what? We need to actively recruit, hire some people to ask some questions about the study. So to punish, how to punish the situation? Does not make sense. To prove the situation, to assert, to confirm, or we need to improve the situation. That means we have a problem in the situation here and we need to solve it. And ameliorate means to find solution to this situation. So letter B, it's correct. How about rationalize? Rationalize, common word means to give reasons behind something. But here it does not work. Do you feel it? And remember, as I told you before, postulate, it's a common word means to suggest. So to suggest the situation, why not say? Why not say it means to explain or to give reasons or to justify, as you know the common word justify. But here we don't justify the situation. We don't need reasons for the situations, but we need to improve it. We need to solve it. That's why. So letter B is correct. But any word that has these letters means improve. And improve, as you know, to develop, to give advancement for something. And that's why. And what else for? Yeah, I opened your test already, but you can say here number 4. Here number 7 and 8, right?
Yes.
Number 7 and 8, down. Here 7 and 8. Always read the question carefully. What is the main purpose? It means memorize the most important information. And any answer not mentioned in the text, wrong. Now let's read to know how to summarize from the beginning. In late Spanish, newspapers flourished. So focus on the verbs. Focus on the verbs and adjectives and adverbs. So he said, newspapers flourished. And then he said in many cities, and then gives examples. San Antonio alone produced 11, and here surpassed. And this city produced 22 newspapers. And El Paso is located on and always has a large population of speakers. And thus means therefore, based on all of these facts, we have consequence. What's it? It is unsurprising. It means it's not surprising. It's normal. It's natural that this city became such a rich site. Why? Why it's a rich site? Because look, flourished, produced, surpassed, produced. There are many newspapers speaking Spanish. So now I'm going to find the wrong answers. So where are the wrong answers? That is the point. You feel it? Let's read it. To compare, in the passage, do we compare? As I told you, we have answers in the test mentioned compare, but the text didn't compare. Didn't compare Spanish language in newspapers published in today with one published in the past. Don't have any comparisons. But that just means here it's wrong. Yes or no? So 8 must be wrong. But wait, to explain that newspapers thrived, and what means they thrived? It means they continued, developed, kept in advance. So something developed even though there are difficulties. Oh yes, he mentioned that. But that is verb. We have it. He said here flourished, produced, surpassed, produced, right? Now again, to argue, and what means to argue? Just like to prove that something is wrong. So do we argue that this newspapers published influenced the ones published in San Antonio? No, we don't have this as point. We don't mention that newspapers influence or control. So C not supported. Do we explain in the text why these newspapers published were so popular? Not all the text about why it's popular. Just tell us how it is survived 3 years. This one and this one. And so today became like this one. So letter B is the best answer. Do you imagine?
Yeah.
Right. Now let's go to the next. Number 8. Always read the question. Number 1, the function. The function of what? The underlined only. So as I told you, read the text very quickly and then come back to the sentence and check your answers. Is this one show contrast? A contrast comparison between two things, conditions in with those on Mars. Do we have comparisons here? Anything similar to, more than, identical to, like? We don't have any expressions to prove that. Yes or no? That means
Yes.
underline does not make comparisons. Is underlined explain why many cannot survive? So I'm going here to check. Here, Mary and the other search for life, or in this harsh because. So this underline tell us why they chose this location exactly to do or to conduct the research. Because the desert's close to matters extreme. So we don't have any information about here why many forms survive or not. It's wrong. But this is idea mentioned in the text, but underlined only. This is a trap. C, to indicate why astrobiologists choose to conduct research in Atacama. Oh, yes. This could be. Yes or no? Tell us why. And already he said because. But wait, to describe a certain limitations means disadvantages, shortages, problems, demerits, troubles. But he didn't mention that they have troubles. This means letter D is wrong. That's why. So we always focus on the answers about why, when, where, how, common terms like that, limitations. It's always used by test maker. You feel it?
Yes.
Now let's go to founded. Now let's go to the next. Which numbers I'm looking at yours? I see the question number 9.
Yes.
Let's go to number 9. Number 9, the function of the underlined. Do you know why you answer it wrong? Because you focus on the text. We need only the underline. And always find the answers not mentioned in the text. So let's prove it. Let's prove together why the answer should be letter B. Number one, read very quickly the text and then come to the sentence of your questions. Remember, it's a part of a sentence. I mean, it can be one clause because we have here fun boys. So it's a compound sentence, but we test you for the second clause. So now, just like he said, system features do affect readership. Do affect means affect already, but do here to emphasize. So system features affect ridership. He said, of course. It means because we have reasons, of course, but there is an reducibly contextual dimension of transportation mode choice. It means in this part is opposite to this part. Now let's read. Is this one, it tells you an objection, disagreement? There is no objection. He said, of course. So how this is not an objection about transportation mode choice in an urban areas? It's not. But he tells you like that why it's challenging to influence transit readership only by altering characteristics. Look, features, characteristics. So it refers to the underline. But wait, the underline illustrates the claim that a characteristic associated with high transit friendship in Mexico is not associated. Did he mention that? He didn't mention this part. So not. That means always be careful about the negative expression in answers. Not, none, never, all of these. So see, it's wrong. Do you imagine it?
Yeah.
Right. Now let's find the letter D. It substantiate, what means explain, confirm the assertion. Population density. We don't have any information about population density at all or distribution of jobs. So we give you ideas not mentioned in the text, the underlined, I mean here, all right? But he mentioned population density and the spatial distribution as an examples of factors that Mexico is the product of these factors. Talking about this one, not this one. So this means out of the underlined dimension. So always focus on the underlined only to find. And if you found the synonym language like that, features, characteristics, it could be. And look, it is a challenging. As he said, it's irreducible dimension, means a challenge point. That's why. Let's go to number 10. Let me see your answer for number 10. Number 10, you make it D, but no, must be letter B. Let's prove it why B. So after reading the question first, overall structure. Overall structure, as I told you, it's like that. The first sentence, what is explained? The second sentence, what is explained? You see? And the last sentence here, what is explained exactly? That is, now read the answers and find what is explained. That's it. Is letter A here described a phenomena that scientists do not fully understood? Let's go to C. Changes to vegetation cover and other human activities influence carbon and nitrogen levels in soil. Though, how deep these effects extend? We don't have any evidence that the scientists don't understand. Yes or no?
Yes.
That means the writer did not start explanation by this point. So without thinking, it must be all of them mention the text, but the order of points. Look here, introduce and resolve the scientific question. And he said here questions. How deep, but indirect question. But wait, and after that, look, present, and then, comma, then presents a research team hypothesis Yes, after it, he said hypothesizing. So number one, and then number two, yes, correct. And then describe observation made. Observation means the conclusion. They did it. They found, they observed. They found, this is the order is correct. So letter B could be correct. But wait. But as I told you, in the test, if you are sure about B and you check it 2 times, it shows B without reading C and D. But you can have seconds. It discuss a process. The beginner does not tell us about the process. And what is the process? The process about the steps of collecting information. What did they use? What did they do? What did they find? What are the obstacles? But he didn't start with that. So without thinking, the beginning of the answer is wrong. So don't read. Wrong. Again, it explains hypothesis at the beginning, the hypothesis second. So the order of explanation is wrong. So without reading, delete it. That's why. And this is a question of work. It comes in any test because we test you for how the writer organize explanation points. That's why. Now what else? Let me check yours. I think number 11.
Yeah.
It is number 11. Number 11, where is it? Yeah, I think Adam excused for trouble, but he will join later. Now, number 11, it must be letter D. The test maker said it's D, but we need to prove. Let's read the question. Here, what was surprising to scientists studying the seismic activity data from? That means while you are reading, tell us what was surprising. That's it. So through reading, any sentence does not describe what was surprising, delete it from your mind. Right? Here it joins again. Now imagine that you read this sentence. Does this sentence has any information related to the question? No.
Hello, Mr. Can you hear me?
Now I hear you, yes. Welcome back.
Alhamdulillah, salama. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, come on, just focus. If you need any question, you can say.
Okay.
Now we discuss this point. What was surprising to scientists studying? Always read sentence by sentence. Is this sentence has any information related to your question? No, delete it from mind. Now the next one. Does it have any sentence related to? No, delete. But look for this one. It has something related to yours. So stop. This discovery was surprising. That means your answer is here. Or it could be there because it's after. That means I must focus on these ones only. I don't care about these. So it checks the answers one by one. Here, the surface temperature of Mars has been rising. They expected that the Mars quakes would originate from all over the planet because of the cooling. He said, do we have any sense to say the temperature has been rising? No. So it's out of content. So delete it. Again, there were different types of seismic waves. Did they mention that? No. Did they mention scientists believe that there could be areas of active magma below the deep? This is not supported. I don't care about this part because surprising here. Take care. So focus on what is the limited answers related to limited sentences. Again, NASA's InSight lander collected less data than this is mentioned here. No, this is wrong. But wait, look, all the Mars quakes mentioned here or not. That's it. So without thinking, we have keywords. And it started from the same location and planet. As he said, originated means it comes from the same. So without thinking, without checking, it must be letter B. That's why. So we test you here, Malak and Adam, about a specific point in the question. So look for it only. That's why. Now let's go to the next. Yeah, I'm looking with you. Come on. I see question number 11.
16.
13.
No, 16.
15. Let's go to 15. Captain Adam, please use your PDF and get down. Number 15. It's about poetry.
No, Mr. 16.
16. Okay. Where is number 16? Down, down, down. Here, number 16. Let's go. For the infographics, always focus on what does the question need. Question needs that complete the statement. Where is it? It's a good read. Always focus on the last sentence of your statement. Now let's read. The populations of the coral, and this Latin name don't care, there was a population declined. So focus on the most common verbs. Declined significantly. So just like dramatic decline. Around this years ago, in and around or right near the Mauritanian coast, using the ratio of manganese to calcium. Who was using? Scientist? Let's see. He said here, look, marine scientist. So like modifier using who? This one. And then he gives you information to tell you what this, which inversely correlates. Inversely, it means opposite relation with the ocean oxygenation levels. All right. The scientist did what? Evaluated whether oxygenation played a role in the declines or not. So they wanted to know if oxygenation played a role in this decline or not. Now, your sentence. The researchers concluded that they found what? Oxygenation may have been important in Albornoz Sea, but not near the Mauritanian coast. Because what? That means I need reasons for this one. Let's prove together any evidence for letter B. He said here, declined in during this period in oxygenation. But wait, is it declined? Yes, he said have been important role in, yes, and here he said it declined. Is it the same or not? Yes, declined. Again, the second clause. And the Libertua declined near. Yes, this is one. Declined near or not? Near the Mauritanian coast during period? Yeah, declined. He said, but not near, but declined. Yeah, so letter B or not? Yes, but wait, check your answer on the graph. Where is here Albornoz coast? Here, declined or not? At the end, declined. And here, look up, up, down, and declined or not? Declined. That's it. Feel it?
Yes.
That's all. Now let's see any answer for letter D. Oxygenation in the Albornoz Sea tended to be substantially higher than oxygenation near the Mauritanian. Let's see for the black one. Is it higher? During the period studied? Is this studied around 11 years? So 11 years if it must be here for this part. So is it higher or not? It's higher. Yeah, it's higher, yes, correct. But not mentioned in the statement. This is a trap. We give you information correct on the graph, but not related to the statement. We need something from the graph to prove the statement. So I am limited to the statement, not the graph only. You see the question? Use the data from to prove yours. So I'm related to, in the text here, he didn't mention this point, it's higher than. So this means out of context. That's why. Here's the same, oxygenation was higher before the decline. He didn't mention that. Whereas oxygenation near Mauritanian coast, here, look, was relatively low, both before and after the decline. This is the beginning. And this is not mentioned in the text. So always focus on the statement exactly. That's why. If you found it, Malik and Adam, if you found the question takes too much time, it's too complicated, always find the answer that near to the statement and run away. Why? To save time, not to take risk of wasting time. That's why. Why not? Let's jump to something else. Which question?
17.
17, this one. Let's go to the question. Complete the text. If you look at the last sentence, therefore, what means therefore, Adam? Thus, consequently, based on all of these facts, we can conclude what it means. I need sentence mentioned here. So, any sentence not or any sentence does not have any evidence before, wrong. Now let's have 40 seconds to read it, all of us. So we have a very common point. What's it? Look, however, this is. So therefore, based on this consequence, what can we suggest? The team has not yet been able to determine. It means we have facts, we have evidence, but up to now we cannot determine the age of the creator. Look, it cannot be concluded here, has not been able to determine. The impact that made the creator was connected to the beginning of the younger traits, letter A is correct. But wait, so if you are in the test and you find A, it's proved, and we have keywords and we have evidence, you choose A and run away. But just like have seconds to look. Look, it cannot be determined. Yes. Look, like this one. Not be able to determine whether a comet fragment could make a crater as large, this is mentioned here, or to determine the age of the crater. It's not about the comet fragment. So look, so always focus on the previous sentence. So letter B, it is not related. Therefore, cause and effect. Scientists have ignored. Do we have anything to say that they ignored? They don't care. They wasn't interested, or they found information and argue and detected. And this is one. It's always wrong. The scientists who believe an impact caused have made incorrect assumptions. This is not related to the statement. Therefore, based on this fact, what we can suggest, this is not mentioned in the conclusion. It is wrong. That's it. Feel it? And the age of the creator, it means the beginning of it. So if we know the beginning, we can determine the age. So letter A is the best answer. So it was a question, what does the question need? Read the last sentence carefully. Find any transition words. Remember, Adam, any transition words